What's up, everybody? Before we start this episode, as always, I want to tell you about patreon.com/Yannis Pappas Hour, all one word, obviously, for our weekly bonus episodes. Our last episode was one of the funniest. Please support the show. If you love the show, please support it. It's $5 a month. You get the video and the audio. It's great. My live upcoming dates, April 7th and 8th, Stamford, Connecticut, at the new New York Comedy Club. All tickets at YannisPappasComedy.com. These tickets are moving fast, so don't hesitate. Go get them. Tampa Side Splitters, April 21st and 22nd. The Wilbur Theater in Boston, Massachusetts. The show is three-quarters of the way sold. So go get the rest of the tickets. Boston, Massachusetts, July 8th, the Wilbur Theater. Plano, Texas, that is Dallas, Texas, August 24th through the 26th. Springfield, Missouri, September 7th through 9th. New York City, get those tickets right now. They're up. Sony Hall, November 4th. November 4th, Sony Hall. Get those tickets now. Providence, Rhode Island, November 10th through the 11th. Phoenix, Arizona, November 16th through the 18th. We have Iowa coming, Indiana coming, San Francisco's. I'm getting those dates coming soon. There's a whole bunch of other dates coming right now. Check on my website, YannisPappasComedy.com. I will update them and tell you about them on future episodes. Now enjoy this extremely energetic episode brought to you by caffeine. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Yannis Pappas Hour. News at the top of the hour, every 10 minutes, all day long. A lot of exciting stuff going on. In most important news, I just want to tell you real quick, Tekashi 6ix9ine has been assaulted again. He was assaulted in Dubai at a nightclub, and he's been assaulted again. I think the kid is just going to have to go through a series of perpetual assaults until he's murdered for being a rat out of prison. But listen, if he keeps getting tattoos, maybe he won't be recognized. There's just a couple of pieces of bare skin left. What he should do is tattoo another guy's face on his face. And that'll be a way for him to not get jumped by all the people that hate him for being a rat and having a big mouth. Look, there's an old expression, you made your bed, now get jumped in it. Trump is going to be arrested. We're getting ready for riots. What's he being arrested for? We don't know, but we will. It does have something to do with him banging a hooker or illegal documents or whatever the fuck they can try to get him on for 4 or 5 years. I mean, they're trying to get this guy and they can't. And I don't know if any of these are real charges, except for we hate you. Can they just come out and say, we just hate you? What are the charges? The charges are you annoy us and we hate you. Like, okay, just at least you're being honest. Maybe he'll be like, at least you're being honest now. We don't know. We'll get to the bottom of it. Thank God. Novak Djokovic will not be allowed to participate in Indian Wells. He didn't participate in Indian Wells, and he's been rejected for the Miami Open. Possibly, does that have indications he won't be able to compete in the major, the U.S. Open, because of his vaccination status? Thank God, because he could probably spend COVID to millions. Thank God that the best tennis player of all time won't be able to participate. But he will be able to attend it in the stands and sit with all the other fans real close because nobody knows if those people are vaccinated. So you can get into the arena if you're not vaccinated. Plus, it's the Miami Open. It's in Florida. How many people do you think are vaccinated in those stands? I'll tell you how many. 12%. So he can come and watch his match, but he can't play in it because he's not vaccinated. And that is another installment of This Makes No Fucking Sense, and you may owe Joe Rogan an apology. DeSantis is running wild and just wants nobody to talk about gender or sexual orientation ever. He's issuing an order that you can conceal carry, and if someone mentions the word gender, you can shoot them in the head. It's a new Florida rule. 2 people have been shot. 2 administrators have been shot in a school in Denver, and nobody cares because they didn't die. And that's the new metric now. They go, somebody was shot in a school. Did they die? Okay, next. Let's get back to talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine because they're okay and they will recover. Moderna's vaccine will cost you $130 because the government fucking gravy train is over. Subsidies are over. We'll also talk about what the CEO of Moderna, has made in stock options during the pandemic. Jesse's got the scoop on that. Banking crisis, banking going down. Meta's being sued for not protecting against sexual exploitation. Finland has been rated the happiest place for the last 6 years. Again, the happiest place on the planet. We have some contravening evidence to go over about Finland, mainly the fact that there's no sunshine and they have the highest suicide rate. So what the fuck are you talking about? You're telling me Finland's a happier place than fucking Miami, Florida? Then you haven't been to Miami, Florida. There's puss everywhere. It's raining puss. Hallelujah. It's raining coke and puss and fucking exotic looking girls, and Yannis Pappas selling out with Marisa Dasse. Also, Idaho is bringing back the firing squad. We are going back to the brimstone fiery preachers. We're banning gays. We're bringing back the firing squad. And fucking California is getting rained on hard. Also, there's abortion bills all over America fucking getting signed. Fire and brimstone. It's back, baby. So's Yanni, and so's my fly haircut. Jesse's got his fiance's reading glasses on, and Jared Harvin now looks 40. Let's get into it and find out what's going on in America. What's the deal is, brother?
Yannis Pappas. Yeah. When you all tucked up in the day been long, and the news online going on and on. What's right and wrong, and it's something up. Now here comes a great kid you know you can trust. From the true who's who to the news and cameras, to the fake politics and the propaganda. Yeah, this kid screwed in, got a lot to say. Oh shit, it's about to be a long day. It's a long day. It's a long day.
So we'll start off with the most important news in America right now. Tekashi 6ix9ine has been jumped again. I don't think there's a way for him to avoid getting jumped. He's a rat snitch, and I think people are just jumping him because he's a rat snitch, and they're doing it for fame. Mm-hmm. Apparently, he was in Florida, right, somewhere. He was taking a sauna. What's Tekashi 6ix9ine doing using Swedish therapeutics for? I think he was taking a sauna without his security. I think he figured he'd be safe in the health club without the sauna. Little did he know, there was a couple of guys in there that beat the shit out of him in a video. I mean, they beat him mercilessly, and part of it was filmed. I think it was filmed by a guy who wasn't involved either. So he was just filming it. Yeah. Here's the deal. If Tekashi 6ix9ine's getting jumped and I'm there, I'm filming it. It's filmable. Mm-hmm. Some people getting jumped is filmable, some people aren't. Okay? If I'm walking down the street and somebody who is not famous is getting jumped, I'm not stopping to film it. I'm running the other way to get away from it. But if Tekashi 6ix9ine's, he's filmable. So, but people are so stupid. The guy who beat him was like on camera. His face was on camera and he's been arrested or whatever.
But if you see a picture of the guy that beat him, he doesn't look like the type of dude who would care if he got filmed doing that.
He's not a warm-looking guy.
No, he's not very photogenic.
He looks like his parent. He definitely didn't get his emotional needs met by his parents when he was during his formative years.
Yes.
He's hardened. Mm. Instead of crying about it, he went the other way and got hard about it.
Yes, he did.
He punches others. He likes to punch others because his dad didn't give him hugs when he needed it. This is the second time he's been jumped. The third time, it might be the end of Tekashi 6ix9ine because the third time's a charm. It's tough to get jumped in your socks. And first of all, why is he wearing socks in the sauna? What is he, Maurice? He's subconscious about his feet? I don't want people to look at my feet. That's it. So he was wearing his socks in the sauna. They dragged him out. And did you see the one kick to the ribs?
Yeah.
That clean, big stomp to the ribs? Mm-hmm. And the guys were big. The thing is, Tekashi 6ix9ine's got a big fucking mouth. When you live this life and you're on rap videos going ra-ta-ta-ta, ra-ta-ta-ta, all the time, you can expect live by the gun, die by the gun. You know? Although, that's not always true, right? Because I think all of NWA's alive, and the one of them died from AIDS from secretly banging a guy. He didn't die in some gangster shit. But also, who did get shot was John Lennon, and all he sang about was peace. So sometimes the script changes. Sometimes it doesn't go by the rules. But I think when you rap about rat-tat-tat-tat, I think if you have rat-tat-tat-tat in a couple of your songs, there's a good chance you might get rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. So it's called getting a taste of your own medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 6ix9ine's attorney Lance Lazaro. How you doing, Tekashi? I heard what fucking happened. I'm on the case. He was inside the sauna. He was having a little sauna. Yo, you think he was in there? Like, yo, what's up, man? It's Tekashi. You hurt? Fuck y'all, you hurt? By the way, he says the N-word all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, he says it with the A at the end. Nobody thinks he's saying that, but he can say it.
Well, with the amount
Why can a Mexican guy say it and a white guy can't?
Because with the amount of tattoos he has, he can pass as black.
He can pass as black. He's darker with those tattoos.
Yeah.
And his fucking bubblegum, he's got all that rainbow hair.
Yeah.
He's very his hair is very LGBTQ friendly.
When he sweats, it looks like he's in a Gatorade commercial.
It does. Put this dude on a fucking pride float.
Why is he at a LA Fitness?
Dude, why is he at LA Fitness? Why is he in the sauna?
Yeah.
Because you know who goes into the sauna? Fat, pale dudes who like to drape a towel over their toe while their fucking cock and balls are out with a big gut, hiding their little fucking shrimp penis. Or gay guys sending messages to other gay guys. The sauna is a gay fucking meetup club where guys send messages to each other. I used to work in a fitness club, and that was something that we dealt with.
The way you said fitness club, though, makes me think that you were in the sauna.
Fitness club. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye.
He definitely
Yeah,
had to
yeah,
qualify that information.
Yeah, you took. You spent your lunch breaks in the locker room for sure.
There's no way to masculinely do this dance. Look, I'm going to try to make it masculine. I can't. Whenever you palms up, you can't. Yo, son, what you say about me? You talking shit?
No.
You throw palm. Yo, come here. I'm gonna beat you up. You can't. Yo, fuck you, dude. Look, I'm trying to be as masculine as possible. Yo, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
You either look gay or you look like a puppet.
Yeah. So this is his second time. He got beat up at a Dubai club as well by some DJ. They called him a rat or whatever, and then they just converged on him. You know, he was all happy about being a rat, too. He's like, I'm a rat, but I'm still top of the Billboard chart, son. He's walking around throwing money on the floor.
Yeah, you can't blend in with this look.
Yeah, it's such a weird American thing, to throwing money on the floor and, like, bragging about the money and, like, at his cars. You ever see those videos he does where he's just throwing money on the floor and he's just, look at all this money. I could throw it on the floor. It's like, who cares? But people care. You ever see guap videos when people are eating money or using the money as like a block to talk? What the fuck is that?
Well, you guys do it at the Greek weddings. Throw money.
We throw money at the dances. By the way, yeah, we're the original. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Make it rain. Greeks been doing that shit for centuries, maybe 1,000 years.
That's nice.
Yeah, we've been
Can't do it now, though.
Why?
The country of Greece can't do it now, though.
Yeah, the financial crisis, they had to throw. Yeah, they were throwing pennies.
You would make it hail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were throwing IOUs. They were going IOUs. They were throwing debts at weddings. They're going, I'll pay you later. I'll pay you later. I'll pay you later. I'll pay you later.
A lot of strippers going home with bruises.
Yeah. In fact, that's why I think the Greek financial crisis, why they took the loans that they did from Germany, is because they're like, yo, we need some of these euros to throw at weddings. So the economy of throwing money at weddings needed some cash flow, like the banks that are collapsing. The fun thing about banking systems and money is like not a lot of people understand it. If everyone understood it, we'd all be able to get rich because these guys don't do anything. Bankers, stockbrokers, hedge funds guys, they don't do anything. They don't have a skill, a talent, or a craft, or a trade. All they know is the secrets of fucking money and markets, which is all bullshit based on supply and demand of imaginary shit. Or based on how they trump up something and make it sound like it's necessary. Like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not a fucking actual thing. Neither are dollars, right? But at least dollars signify something. It's like, I'll give you this amount because it's worth that amount. There's a market. You'll get this salary because that's what the market, that's what it goes for. It's a higher skilled job, blah, blah, blah. you can put a number on that. Bitcoin is just how much is the worth is how much people want it and how much of it there is. So it's different from money. But all these banks are crashing. And I wonder how much of a role, especially with social media, all these doomsdayers have in the panic that ensues when people take their money out of banks. Because all day they're online, because all these people, they're not that out there. They're not out there mining fields or making cars. They're out there all day like this, pushing keys, going, what's this market doing? Move this money over here, move this. So, and they're also on Twitter, listening to people. How much do these doomsdayers influence these people when they're like, it's going to collapse? All these people who coincidentally always own Bitcoin and have a very, very, very big monetary financial interest in the banks collapsing. And always preach it because they own Bitcoin, and that will drive the value of Bitcoin up, which coincidentally right now, as of today, is up amid these bank failures. I wonder how much they drive the market, right? Just like the gorilla fucking cartoons. That was a complete market created by, people going, this is the new shit. And people are like, I guess it's the new shit. Steph Curry's got one. Mike Tyson's got one. I guess it's the new shit. But you know what happened is somebody paid Mike Tyson and Steph Curry to put that shit up to make it hot so then they could make money. Good scam, don't get me wrong, but scam nonetheless. SVP collapse was driven by the first Twitter-fueled bank run. So what they mean by that is the Silicon Valley Bank was a social media bank, right, Jess?
You got me. I'll tell you what.
Jesse, with those glasses, you're supposed to know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
No, you know what this is? It's like this is one of the good times when not having any money is because this is not my issue.
It's nothing to lose.
Yeah, I got no money. This is not my issue.
Yeah.
So the massive amount of customer withdrawals that led to the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank had all the hallmarks of an old-fashioned bank run, but with a new twist befitting the primary industry the bank served. Much of it unfolded online. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
Customers withdrew $42 billion in a single day last week from Silicon Valley Bank, leaving the bank with $1 billion in negative cash balance. The company said in a regulatory filing the staggering withdrawals unfolded at a speed enabled by digital banking and were likely fueled in part by a viral panic spreading on social media platforms and reportedly in private chat groups. Dude, listen. If I owned a lot of Bitcoin, if I owned a lot of crypto, I'd be on there in those chats. I'd even have moles in there. I'd be like, Joe, just spread the word. Get your money. Don't trust the dollar. It's going to collapse. Banks are going to collapse. Blah, blah, blah. Put your money in Bitcoin. It's safe. The data leading up to the bank's collapse, multiple prominent venture capitalists took to Twitter in particular and used their large platforms to raise alarms about the situation, sometimes typing in all caps. Some investors urged startups to rethink where they kept their cash. Founders and CEOs then shared tweets about the concerning situation at the bank in private Slack channels, according to the Wall Street Journal. Yes. The first Twitter-fueled bank run, they're calling this. So this will go down in history as like, this shit happened so fast because it was Twitter. It used to be word of mouth, like, oh my God, things are collapsing. Did you read the paper? Oh my God, I read the paper. I spoke to a friend who read the paper, and it was a little slower. This shit, if there is a good old-fashioned run on the bank now that has nothing to, and look, you can't solely blame those people, although I know they played a role, but it's the interest rates, right? Shit is tough right now. This is not a good time. Right? For loans, for buyers, for sellers, it's been a good time and the good times are up and interest rates are up. But because of these crashes, I think the Fed is going to halt any further increases in the interest rates for a second. Because they're like, okay, let's just chill for a second. It's all about like they're just putting the dick in. And then when it goes a little too far, they go, okay, pull it back a little. That was a little too far of a stroke. It's like when Mr. Hands was fucking the horse. And he got the little bit, and then remember that deep stroke where he goes, oh, he makes that noise?
That was
the
the death
noise
stroke.
that indicated that that stroke killed him? Yeah. That's what they don't want. They want a little, but they don't want like a full, They don't want a full like that. So they're going to go, hey, we're not going to raise interest rates right now. But that's the main reason I think this is all going down, right? So it's Silicon Bank, Signature Bank, and then the more important one was Credit Suisse in Switzerland, which their whole fucking economy is based on having criminals, war criminals, generals, dictators, and fucking crooked CEOs and drug dealers hide their fucking money in Switzerland, where they just go, we're neutral, we're Swiss, Roger Federer, eat chocolate, leave us alone. You're like, yeah, you got all crime money there because nobody asks questions. So that's their whole economy. So they can't afford to have Credit Suisse, which is one of their two big banks, collapse. So what the government did of Switzerland is they orchestrated a purchase of Credit Suisse by their former rival UBS Bank for $3.2 billion as they look to shore up the global banking system because so many, they're managing money of people all over the world. So this would have ripple effects all over the world.
Yeah, they're concerned about the contagion.
Yeah, so this is a bailout similar to 2008, and all these banks internationally, the Bank of England, Federal Reserve, all these central banks have come together to ensure that this goes smoothly. And the same thing with Signature Bank and the other bank I mentioned. What was it? Signature and the other one.
SVB, Silicon Valley Bank.
Yeah. So they orchestrated buyouts of those.
Don't sleep on J.P. Morgan. They might be behind this too.
Why do you think that? I love your conspiracy theories.
Well, because then they less banks, right?
Well, it's either J.P. Morgan or the Jews.
Isn't that the same thing?
Well, I don't know. Was J.P. Morgan, was he Jewish?
Oh, hell no.
He wasn't, right?
I don't think so.
None of them. Was Charles Schwab? I know the Rockefellers are. Everyone focuses on them, but J.P. Morgan wasn't. I think he was Scottish or something, right? Oh, wait, here we go. New York's German Jewish investment bankers. Can you play Hava Nagila music over this?
Oh, this is a whole term paper.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to get into that.
The Bilderbergs, I think, were Jewish.
SpaghettiOs. What do? They run the world. That's all I know about the Bilderbergs.
Yeah.
They do meetings, Bilderbergs?
Oh, no, the Rothschilds. That's what it was.
The Rothschilds. Bilderbergs also sounds Jewish. Mm. The Rothschilds are a Jewish banking family. How about J.P. Morgan? Look up J.P. Morgan Jewish. That's all you got to do. Jesse just typed in Jewish bankers. So now we are being totally watched by the Mossad. You can't just type in Jewish bankers on Google and know that they're not going to trace you.
Yes, this podcast is going to be sponsored
Jesse,
by the
you're going
ADL.
to get a photo sent to you by the Mossad of you and your dick in your hand like this. And just a picture of the she-male porn you were watching like this. And they're going to go, we know, be careful. Mayer and Nathan Rothschild. J.P. Morgan. The father and son, so he was Jewish. Paul Warburg.
Oh, boy.
Junius and J.P. Morgan.
Oh, wait, so he was Jewish, J.P. Morgan?
Amando? No, let's see. The father and son.
That'll explain why the
How about you just type in, is J.P. Morgan Jewish?
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
I mean, what do you put? Yeah, is J.P. Morgan, is J.P. Morgan.
You're beating around the manure, Jesse.
Yeah.
No easy answers.
There's no easy answers.
They're trying to bury it.
Wait, what does Quora say? Who are the Jewish banking families? Oh, let's go to Quora. Who are they? We got the Goldmans and their partners, the Sachs. We got the Lehmans. Their bank was originally partnered with two other Jewish families. We got the Kuhns and the Lobes and the Lazards. They're French-American. We got the Rothschilds. They were German Jews. We got the Warburgs. They were British Jews. We got the Stearns, the Wendells, and the Weinbergs. They're American, German, French, and international Jewish banking families.
We don't have enough chairs in this room to host them up at the wedding.
We also got What does it say? The names of the latter predictably are very much waspy rather than Jewish sounding. Chase, J.P. Morgan, Kidler, Peabody, and Mellon, Merrill Lynch.
JP just stands for Jewish person.
Wait, but it didn't stop the most successful banks from climbing to the top. Where does it go? So here's something to keep in mind. While 19th century France, Germany, and Britain had no problems doing business with Jews, in America, anti-Semitism locked the Jewish banking houses out of the business. The segregation against American Jews lasted all the way to the latter half of the 20th century, but it didn't stop the most successful banks from climbing to the top. Many corporations did business with Jewish firms like we got the Goldman Sachs or Lehman Brothers, but it was quite common for governments, utilities, and private corporations to refuse to work with Jewish-run firms or Jews to be hired by the banks they did not work for. The names of the latter predictably are very waspy. Wow, so they changed their names? Rather than Jewish sounding, Chase, J.P. Morgan, Kidder Peabody, Mellon, Merrill Lynch, First Boston Payne, Weber, Dillon, Red, and so on. It's thus pretty ironic that Goldman today is sometimes referred to as a white shoe investment bank because in the 19th and early 20th century, white shoe specifically denoted the Gentile banks preferred by Ford, Armorel, Vanderbilt, or whoever. Wow, so they're all Jewish. Sorry. We didn't want to add to this conspiracy. Well, I don't know why they'd be behind it. Why? Why would they? Oh, because they want to buy them all up?
Yeah, less banks, less competition, right? So you have to,
Create a monopoly.
Yeah.
They don't want the little guy.
Yeah.
So they're basically the...
banks make money on
they're like the Walmart of banks.
Right.
Right. Well, there you have it. We were trying to look into it to give evidence of how all of them are not Jewish bankers, but pretty much they all are.
Turns out they are.
Which just means they did good. Anyone could have got into the banking industry. They didn't. They were too busy doing that, you know? And also domination usually comes out of oppression. You notice that? Right? Blacks, think about this. Were blacks allowed to play baseball? Were they allowed to play football? Were they allowed to play basketball? No, they weren't. They were discriminated. What did that make blacks do?
Work harder.
Become better, and now they dominate it.
Yeah, when you get there, you got to show your ass.
Same thing the Jews did in business, in banking. Havana Gila Hava. Guys, I want you to know that Manscaped now has beard products and a brand new nose and ear hair trimmer. They sent me the Performance Package 4.0. I got one of their new nose and ear hair trimmers. It's what I use. Every guy should. Every guy needs this. It's an easy sell. I get it. You know the brand. It's and they also have their brand new Weed Whacker 2.0, which they launched, which confirms they have all the best tools for your hygiene toolbox. Time for you to upgrade that toolbox by going to manscaped.com, using the promo code FUMES right now for 20% off plus free shipping. Let me tell you a little bit about what the Beard Hedger Pro Kit is all about. It's the ultimate package. It starts with the Beard Hedger itself. It's an elite beard trimmer. The Beard Hedger is a tough on hair but smooth on your face machine, leading to single stroke efficiency and brings satisfaction one stroke at a time. That sounds very sexual. Plus, it's waterproof and it's a cordless trimmer. It has a rotary wheel that gives you 20 hair cutting lengths, all with one guard. So no more messy drawers full of extra add-ons. I have it. It's true. I use it when I grow my beard. It also comes with dermatologist-tested formulations for your post-trim care. That includes beard shampoo and conditioner, beard oil, and beard balm to moisturize, style, and shimmer your brand new beard. Plus, there's also 3 free gifts in there. A beard brush, which I use on my hair, actually, because, it's like a shoe. It looks like a shoe polish brush.
Yeah, dog, yeah.
But I brush my hair like black guys. It's like you've seen it. Mm-hmm. I brush it like that.
It looks painful.
Yeah, because that's the only way my hair works.
It looks like you're being tortured in Ukraine.
Yeah, so I use the beard, the one they sent me, I use it on my hair too. So, but they give you the brush, the comb, and cool scissors. So, the brand new Weird Whacker 2.0, get it right now, 20% off, free shipping with our code FUMES at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping, manscaped.com, promo code FUMES. Guys, Bespoke Post is always sending me cool stuff in their box of awesome. I got this anti-fog spray for my glasses, and guess who wears glasses? It happens to be me. Where is that waterproof bag that they sent? Absolutely amazing. Throw it to me right there. Look at this thing. You know? Waterproof bag, baby. Look at that. You going camping? Boom. Ain't nothing getting into this. Throw your stuff in there. Guess what I got in there? Ow! It's a beautiful knife that I was sent. And also, a knife strap for this. It's not a strap for the knife. It's a strap for here. You right? What's going on? I'm in the woods and I'm going. Oh, it's raining. It's cool. My stuff won't get wet. I can even put my computer in here. It won't get wet. This is built for adventures. This is jacktrading.com. I got it from Box of Awesome from Bespoke Pussy. Thank you. So, Box of Awesome. What is Box of Awesome? You already know. They send you stuff from emerging brands. You sign up. You take a quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome, which a variety of cool gifts for you or someone else. Right? You can just sign up for Box of Awesome, get gifts, and then send them for people's birthdays and Christmas. It's great. Little knick-knack. You get the stuff and you go, that'll be good for him. That'll be good for him. Oh, that'll be good for him. I got a knife. My friend likes to cut up birds. I'll give it to him. You know? My friend likes to go hiking. I'll give this to her. My friend's got a nice backyard. Guess what? We're putting this on there. We're having a nice little bonfire, mini bonfire. My friend wears glasses. He's a four-eyed freak. I got him that. All these things come to you, and then you can decide who you want to give it to. That noise is not sponsored by Box of Awesome. It's sponsored by me. So you take the quiz, and then Box of Awesome will, based on the quiz, send you stuff based on your interest. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. Each Box of Awesome, you're supporting small business. Like I said, 90% of everything in your Box of Awesome comes from a small and up-and-coming brand. Cool, cool stuff. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. No pressure. To get 20% off your first monthly Box of Awesome, which are exciting to receive. Because when I get them, I'm going like, what's in here? Mm-hmm. And that's why they're doing so good. Because you're like, ooh, what did I get? So get 20% off your first monthly box. You sign up at boxofawesome.com. All you got to do is enter the promo code at checkout, fumes. You get 20% off your first box. Nice way to get you started. Boxofawesome.com, promo code fumes. So in any event, hopefully this stems off a panic, because what happens if everyone starts pulling their money out, then we got problems. And you know what's? It's so weird when you go when you're like a kid asks you why, and you go, well, here's the deal: the bank takes my money and gives it to someone else at a loan, hoping that they'll pay it back, and they just keep doing that ad infinitum, and they make all this money back off of loans. They all have us in debt because we want to buy things we can't afford. And the prices become so high because the market gets driven up because everyone is doing that. So you just take a loan and then you pay back that mortgage for the rest of your life or whatever it is. And then the kid goes, that's weird. They're giving away how do they have the right to give away your money? And you go, that's a good question. But shut up. It's a good question. Did you know that's how it works?
Yeah.
Everyone knew it. Isn't that wild? How's that legal? But then again, they wouldn't be able to make any money otherwise. That's how banks make money.
And they're providing you a service, right?
They provide you a big service. They hide your money. They hold your money so you don't have to keep it behind the mattresses, you know.
But you don't care. You don't care as long as it gets done. You don't care what's in your McDonald's burger, you know, as long as the horse meat gets shipped to you.
Right. There also comes a point when you're younger and you find out this stuff. Here's something I'll explain that's I think people will find fun. When you're younger and you find this stuff out, you're young and full of piss and vinegar. So you're going, that's not right. And then you get older and you go, nothing's right. So you have to choose amongst things that aren't right because nothing's right because we're alive. And like everything, there's no perfect thing.
Yeah.
Even when you say like, oh, don't kill animals, you're going like, well, you only eat vegetarian. You go like, you do know that in order to grow all that food, you got to kill a lot of animals, right? You do know that you got to have animals to kill bunnies and things because what they'll do is go eat your vegetables. So in order to have that garden, and then bugs are going to eat it. So you got to use the pesticides. You got to kill millions and millions. You have to do a genocide for a head of lettuce. Things are going to die. And then how about this? When a tree grows big and it keeps growing, everything under it gets killed. It kills everything under it because no sun comes in. So then you start to realize everything is a trade-off for life is fueled by death. You have to kill things in order to live. And then you're old and you realize that and you go like, listen, I understand they're using my money, but it's a pretty good system as long as everyone just keeps being addicted to buying stuff that they can't afford. And you're going, well, that's unhealthy. And you go, yeah, it is. But don't these fucking new Jordans look fly? They look fly. God, I'm jacked up off this caffeine. You can't just tear it all down and live in a utopia because that doesn't work either. This, although it's a messed up sin, sausage tastes good, man. Hey, if you don't like sausage, go eat vegan, right? If you don't like this stuff, then don't put your money in a bank. See how fast you get robbed. You will get robbed. Word will get out that you have all this money in your mattress and you will get robbed. Mm-hmm. So they do provide a service. They hide your money. And then they take your money and they give it to someone else, hoping that everyone won't take their money out of the bank, which occasionally everyone does because they get scared, right? People get scared and they go, where's my money? I need my money now. I need my money. They're like Goodfellas.
Morty.
Yeah. Your money's coming, Bubba, your money. I want my money. I want your money. And you get, and that's when Jimmy Conway comes in and chokes you out with a fucking phone cord. Mm-hmm. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what will happen. But this could be a very bad thing. If this doesn't work, if this stabilizing action that all these regulatory bodies and central banks took to stabilize the banking industry, because everything has global ripples now. Everything has global ripples. You'll feel it in Finland. When the economy gets hurt, people stop buying. All the industries of where things get made get stunted. They got to lay off. It's all connected now. We're globally connected, right? But apparently even Finland will be happy no matter what. Even if nobody's buying their fucking fish or their igloos or whatever they're making and send it to the rest of the world. So apparently for the 6th year in a row, this article wants me to believe, and whatever the Council of Happiness wants me to believe, that Finland is like the 90s Bulls. And they've won 6 championships for the happiest country in the world. I've been to Finland many times. It's got the charm of the Soviet Union, and it's got sunlight for 3 minutes in the winter, 8 months out of the year. How the hell is it the happiest place in the country? Well, those people get so drunk because they're miserable. It's the World Happiness Report. What is that? How would you what do? You call them on the phone? Are you happy? Oh, I'm very happy. I'm from Finland. Very happy. As they're chugging their... It depends. If you call a Finnish guy, if you make these calls to get this poll from May till August, right? They'll say they're the happiest people in this world. Make the calls in the middle of February.
No one's going to answer the phone.
Nobody's going to answer the phone because they've all chewed a gun.
Mm-hmm. Please hold, your representative is hanging from a ceiling fan.
Right. But according to them, the Gallup World Poll evaluates GDP per capita, social support, healthy life expectancy, freedom, generosity, and corruption.
You're going to be happy when everyone thinks you're gay anyway.
Listen, is that so stability makes you happy? Really? Is that why there's so many good movies coming out of Finland about mobsters? No. Yeah, sure, you guys got a good social net, but do you have an absolute army of fentanyl zombies that can attack and eat people at any moment? Do you have multi-billionaires and homeless people in the same 3-block radius? You don't.
You don't got that variety, dog.
Guess what? Who tells the best stories and who's your funnest friends? The ones who are fucking balanced out like Jesse Scaturo, who are doing smoothies for breakfast and getting 9 hours of sleep? Or is it me that's having a panic attack in a hotel room in Madison, Wisconsin? because I'm living on the edge, chasing the dragon.
The best life is fueled by Klonopin.
Extremes, who's to say people who live moderately or have social nets are any happier to people who are living on the edge? People living on the edge create drama and have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah? I mean, is there a Finnish mafia? No. Are there Finnish school shootings? No. How exciting is that going to school, going like, it will be this be the day? You know, like, is this my last day of class? You know, it adds to some excitement.
It does.
They don't have the extremes. So Finlanders felt strongly that they were free to make their own choices and showed minimal suspicion of government corruption. Yeah, they're free to make their own choices about everything except when they can get booze, because they're a complete nanny state and you have to get booze from a government store during certain hours. And there's like curfews and stuff on all those Scandinavian countries. Denmark, Iceland, Israel, and the Netherlands rounded out the top 5. Now, here's the deal. They do have a great countries. I've been there. They're very clean. But you know what? It's very easy to run a country of fucking 9 million people who are mostly homogeneous, right? And, you know, but also they are on the border of Russia, and they're constantly paranoid that Russia's going to invade them. So
They could catch it at any second.
yeah, you know, that's a scary thing to live amongst all those countries and anything could go down. Guess what? I'd rather live in the red, white, and blue where the only threat is for me to get killed by one of my own, because at least it's an American death and we both are from the same country. You know what I mean? I'd rather get killed by an American than killed by someone from another country.
Yeah, yeah. And I want to know I can live in a country where the death will be counted as COVID anyway.
I want to know, even if there's a chance that I'll get shot in the street because homicide rates are so high, I want to know that I can get a goddamn decent slice if I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't get a decent slice in Finland.
Yeah.
The food there is atrocious.
You don't want to die next to a jar of pickled herring.
Listen, there's only so many fucking fish eggs and pickled herring I can eat.
Yeah.
There's only so much grappa I can drink. You're Finland. They do supposedly have the best education system, though, as well. So there's your little Yannis Pappas hour fact of the day. High levels of both personal and institutional trust. The U.S., meanwhile, comes in number 15th. Yeah, is that why we're number 1 in the Olympics every year? That doesn't make sense.
There's trade-offs.
There's trade-offs. Yeah, is that why we create the best? What's the best music coming out of Finland right now? What's the best athletes coming out of Finland right now, except for that kid Markanian who's nice on the Bulls? That Finnish kid.
Laurie.
What's his name?
He's on the Jazz now.
He's on the Jazz now, and they're good. Laurie Markin?
Markkinen, yeah.
Yeah, he's a Finnish kid. Big old Viking-looking Finnish fuck.
I don't really know his name, but I know the E in his name has 2 dots over it for
That
some
means
reason.
he's Finnish, yeah. Germany, United Kingdom, France, Costa Rica, 4 spots ahead. Or were where it ranked in 20.
You tell me a country that you can die in your bed by snake bite is ahead of the United States?
I mean, how do they measure this? Of the 137 countries ranked, Afghanistan was considered the least happy nation. Well, isn't it relative? Because, look, I'd rather live in Afghanistan than live in Turkey during an earthquake. I'd rather live in Afghanistan and be gay on the sneak tip than in Uganda right now. Uganda just passed a law that being gay is illegal. Isn't that funny that being gay is like stealing fruit at the store? They're like, that's illegal. Wild. Guys, truth be told, I have a Cerebral therapist, okay? So it's 100% online mental health service. They offer therapy and medication management if you so need for anxiety, depression, insomnia, stress, burnout, and more. It's really great. You do it on your phone. It's very convenient. You can cancel, reschedule appointments. You can change your therapist. You have a care manager who you can talk to and say, hey, I'm looking for someone to do trauma therapy, whatever, and they'll match you up with somebody. You want female, you want a male therapist, whatever it is, it makes you feel comfortable. It's a personal experience. It's really great. It's here for anyone who's looking for help with mental health. So it's 100% online. All you got to do is take this brief, easy questionnaire and get matched to a care team, like I said, based off your needs and preferences on the app that you download. They'll schedule your sessions. Like I said, you're in control. It's very easy to cancel and reschedule, very easy to change therapists. You can journal. You can message your therapist. They call you back they message you back at any time. So 80% of members see a provider within 5 days. It's very quick. You can do it on a laptop or phone, anywhere in your house, wherever you're comfortable. It's affordable treatment, 1/3 the price of your traditional therapy. There's options available without insurance. Also, there's in-network. They're in network with several insurers, and they're working every day to grow their network. So get on Cerebral, man. And also 50% of Cerebral clinicians identify as people of culture. So it's very diverse. You can find, if you're more comfortable with a man, woman, person of color, whatever you want, go to Cerebral, download the app. Our listeners will receive 50% or more off your first month of therapy. That's great to get you started. If you heard that correctly, 50% or more off your first month of therapy by going to Cerebral.com/fumes. That's Cerebral.com/fumes for 50% off or more your first month of therapy for quality mental health care that's accessible and affordable. Join Cerebral today and join the 82% of patients who report reduced anxiety. 70% choose it because it's the most convenient option. 75% of patients who report improvement in their depression see results in 60 days. So those are good numbers. Go take care of yourself. Guys, I want to tell you about Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is a law firm that will fight for you if you've been injured. Medical bills can really pile up. I remember my mother fell in Greece, and medical bills piled up. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you need a good law firm to fight for you. In 2020, there were over 5 million car crashes. That's more than 1,500 a day and 600 an hour. Oh, God, that number is huge, man. Whew. Oh, my God. I mean, people get in, and if that happens to you, you don't know what your insurance will cover. You don't know what you're entitled to. You need guidance and someone to fight for you in order to get what you deserve, to make it right so you can be compensated and take a little stress off of what is a very traumatic experience, because the financial aspect just adds to it and bills can pile up. You don't need a lot of money to hire a lawyer, by the way. They get paid off of sometimes what they get for you, right? So it's like you don't need a lot. It's good to talk to one, be like, can I sue here? Like, what are my options? You need someone who will fight for you. So I want you to know Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. By the way, my parents did personal injury when they started out. They have over 100 offices nationwide. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. They have over 100 offices nationwide and more than 800 lawyers. From sea to shining sea, they're all over the place. With over $15 billion recovered for clients, Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you full and fair compensation. Okay? Submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is so easy. It's more like using an app than hiring a lawyer. That is very modern era friendly, and they are. In fact, it's so easy, it's more like ordering takeout than hiring a lawyer. It's great. You do it all on this app. With Morgan & Morgan, you can submit a claim without ever having to leave the couch. Just open up your phone, and in 8 clicks or less, you're already done. If you've ever been injured in an accident, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. You heard me right. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/fumes or dial #law. That is #529 from your cell phone. That's thepeople.com/fumes or #law, #529 from your cell. This is a paid advertisement. Dude, why are people so threatened by homosexuality? It's wild. Like, really think about it. What is that, dude? Uganda Parliament passed this bill criminalizing identifying as LGBTQ. And guess what? They imposed the death penalty for some of the offenses. correlated to that. If you sat someone down and asked them seriously, like, why is that a crime? Man, the person who commits the offense of aggravated homosexuality. Let me tell you something, man. All things are not equal. All cultures are not equal. All ideas are not equal.
True.
Ideas, cultures, they don't have a race. All religions are not equal. All spiritual, it's not. There's good ideas and bad ideas. They don't have a race. They don't have a sexuality. They don't have a gender. It's ideas. You can adopt good ideas or bad ideas. You can do whatever you want. But there's good ideas and bad ideas. And they exist outside of the human experience. Human experience has access to them and can choose. These are bad ideas. They're just bad ideas. To protect the church culture. That doesn't go great. The church culture, I'm sorry, doesn't go great. The Dark Ages really respected the church culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know? Galileo got hurt because he got a little boo-boo because he didn't respect the church culture. The objective of the bill was to establish a comprehensive and enhanced legislation to protect traditional family values. I mean, are gay people really threatening family values?
No. And there's also some traditional family values in Africa that is gay. Like in some countries, when a baby is, when he's circumcised, he gets circumcised, and the leader of that village has to put it on the tip of a banana and eat it. That's real.
What?
Tell it to me again.
So
slowly.
when a baby gets circumcised in parts of Africa, in a village, or parts of their village, where it's customary that the baby gets circumcised, the skin is put on the tip of a banana, and the leader of the village must eat it.
Why?
I don't know. Because it's customary to bring another man into the family.
I don't know is the logical answer to that.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
don't
only
know.
answer.
That's the only answer. I'm sure they have a reason.
But you telling me that is less gay than listening to Celine Dion?
No, it's definitely not. Oh, man.
Let's cut the bullshit. I think primarily it's probably as a result of like slavery or like African culture keeping the tribe going. You know, you can't do that if if the gays are not having butt sex. You know, you can't really do that to keep the tribe going, to keep the people fruitful. So probably that's the extension of that.
I don't know what it is, but it's weird.
And groups around the world being, genocide and being taken into slavery, your lineage gets cut short, so you want to be able to extend that. I get that maybe, but,
Well, it's anywhere where religion is stronger. You go to the Middle East, you can't
Yeah.
be gay in the
You
Middle
can't
East.
be gay in the Middle East either. You can't be gay in any Christian, in Russia, it's tough to be gay in certain parts. Yeah.
maybe it's just because the people who are living in those areas don't want gay people to have fun because they can't.
Yeah, let's be honest.
You're surrounded by desert and you see this guy fucking dancing to the sun.
Yes. Yes. You can't. That probably is part of it. There you go. They're threatened by the fun of it.
He was like, yo, if I can't have fun, you can't either.
Muzzies are not open-minded about this.
No.
Anyway, that's what it is. In Uganda, there will be no Pet Shop Boys touring in Uganda. It's off the tour list. It is off the tour. There will be no parade in Uganda this year. But it really does go like, when you hear something like this, you go, is America that bad? Is it that tough? I don't think so. Here's an alternative. Go try it out. Try on those. See if these pants fit. I don't know what to tell you. All I know is that a man was attacked by a mountain lion in Colorado in his own hot tub. There's a movie about this, man. They just made Cocaine Bear.
Right.
Yeah. Why don't we do gay mountain lion? Horny gay mountain lion.
Right.
A mountain lion eats a Spanish fly. Tries to fuck guys in hot tubs. Now, these are fun movies. We may be entering a nonsensical age of movies like that. Like Cocaine Bear, Sharknado, shit like that. Because people just want to see the most absurd because they just want a palate cleanser. And I kind of feel a tug to want to see these movies. Just something that could really turn your brain off. Because I've had enough of all the bad news. And, dude, we're getting into fire and brimstone shit with, like, these different abortion laws and, like, Uganda. I mean, things are really...
You got to get dumb. You got to have fun.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one that I love, which was the right acting like the woke left. And this is how crazy it gets, right? And this is why the extremes are always more similar than they like to admit. In West Texas A&M, the president canceled the drag show, and his reasoning was he felt that drag show was demoralizing for women. He used the analogy of it's blackface for women. It's like doing blackface, but for women. So now that's something that you'd hear in woke culture, right? Like, hey, you can't do this accent. Yeah. You can't do that accent. You can't do an Asian accent. You can't do a South Asian accent. Get rid of a poo. A poo's offensive. The stereotypical. So that's exactly what you'd hear as an extreme left argument is now an extreme right. You're going, that's offensive to women. And you're going, okay, it's actually checkmate, because if the left were to argue against this and go like, what are you talking about? It's like, well, isn't it offensive if you're not South Asian, to do a South Asian character? And the left will go, well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Oh, God.
This is the moment where the two boxers knock each other out simultaneously.
Yes, they just knock each other out because they go, yeah, I guess so. Then they go, well, isn't it the same if you're not a woman to act like a woman? Isn't that offensive and demoralizing? Oh, I guess so. And furrowed brows and fucking whipping themselves. This episode is brought to you by Colombe Coffee.
Yeah.
After I haven't had caffeine for 3 weeks. You never know what to expect when you turn on the Yannis Pappas Hour. There's plenty of places and podcasts you can go to watch marketed bullshit by people who are half-assing it and don't care about the quality of their show and are just having guests on and writing algorithms and bullshitting and pretending to be things that they're not and making stuff up and fucking telling stories and telling other people's stories and doing whatever the fuck they can do to fucking get attention. There's plenty of that out there. And it's the same shit every week. But when you come to the Yannis Pappas Hour, you are going to feel everything.
Authenticity at its finest.
You're going to feel everything, and that's fine. There's at least one place where I give it to you straight. It's uncut fucking yellow brownish cocaine. Mm-hmm. It ain't cut with baking soda.
You're getting surgery and there's no anesthesia.
Yeah. I ain't pretending to be something I ain't. This ain't reality TV. There's one place.
One place.
I'll be that. I will be that podcast for people who feel like they're normal and they want to laugh at everything. There are no sacred cows here. I do not care what someone says. I am not going to gear this podcast for one niche market, baby. I'm going to do what I want to do. And at least you can come to one place and feel the rock and roll, baby. This ain't pop. There's plenty of pop shit out there. There's plenty of that in-sync shit. Hot for 2 years. Ba, ba, ba. Never be a fan for you. But I guarantee you I'll be around here in 20 years doing a fucking geriatric tour. Now, DeSantis is just getting rid of all talk of gender. He don't want you talking. Now, I want to admit, this is one of those things, when you hear it secondhand, you go like, I'm against that. And then when you read the specifics of the article, you go like, I kind of agree. It's a tough one. Let's talk this one out here. It's been dubbed Don't Say Gay. So again, what did they do the other time where they dubbed his other thing? Was it Don't Say Gay? Yeah. But so the Dub Say Gay bill is not what he called it. It's important to know that critics called it that because all the newspapers just started calling it Don't Say Gay. So it's important to know that critics have marketed it as the Don't Say Gay. But here is what it actually is. Okay? He came up, the amendment put forth by the State of Education Department would expand the ban on instruction of sexual orientation or gender identity to students beyond pre-kindergarten through 3rd grade. But now he wants to add it for grades 4 to 12. Such instruction will be prohibited unless expressly required by state academic standards or as part of a reproductive health lesson, which is what you said. For which a student's parent has the option to have their child opt out. This sounds pretty fucking reasonable to me.
That sounds solid.
But I do understand the concern from the left going like, this can be interpreted by bigots to just fucking ban, like, I understand that.
And it's also hard to back that plan when the media is naming it something worse than it actually is, The media might as well said that Ron DeSantis called for the assassination of RuPaul.
It might as well have.
Yeah.
Might as well have. But also, I do understand the concern that, like, when this gets into the hands of people in particular places, how are they going to enforce it and what are they going to do?
It could either go left or right. It matters if they have an agenda or not.
So it's tough. Whenever you ban anything, it's tough.
You also got to be concerned with the teachers' agendas, right? You might have a teacher that's trying to push some LGBTQ agenda on young kids.
Yeah, I can 100% agree with you, and that teacher's going to have a scarf.
Republican lawmakers are also looking to ban the use of preferred pronouns for students and teachers in Florida schools.
I'm with that shit when it comes to the kid thinking that they a cat and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can ban it by law. That's something you just go, hey, we're not doing that in this classroom, and then you just don't fire the teacher. And then if you can't make a law about that. You can't make a law. You can have a policy. You can have policy. What scares me is this going to be a law? That's what scares me is like it's a law.
Yeah.
It should be school policy. So I don't know what the difference is. Like, what happens if they do it? Do they go to jail? That's not cool. They shouldn't go to jail if they fucking
sent down to the
do it.
principal's office. It's like masturbating
Yeah, or
in
you
the
get
bathroom.
fired or you violate policy.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's something like that. Look, I don't know much about this. I know it's a third rail topic, so all I'll say is what I read there seems pretty reasonable to me. But I also understand the concern is like, what happens? You go to jail if you don't do it? That's not good too. And also I understand like what the implications will be that if it gets into the hands of bigots and what they can do and like oppress gay people. I understand that too. That's why these things require like rational discussion where people in the middle talk, where people who are not gay phobic, but also can understand, like, people like that. Where are you? Where's everyone?
They're listening to
That's
the show.
the name of the episode. Where is everybody? Because that is mostly everybody. I travel the entire country, dude. We travel the country. We talk to people all the time. I'm online. I'm everywhere. I talk to people. Most people are just not fucking that. Most people are just like, cool. Fuck yeah, RuPaul's doing her thing. But also, like, yeah, can you not fucking teach my child to use them as her pronoun? Don't push it down. Like, most people are where is everybody?
No one's represented. It's like when you go to your friend's party, and no one's there yet, and the only two people there are Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, I mean,
and you're like, yo, these are your fucking friends?
Can everyone just start talking up and just stop being so scared and be like, I can see both sides and let's talk about it? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So Meta, Zuckerberg's getting sued because of a failure to respond to sexual exploitation on his platforms. I think it's hilarious because, I have like 3 strikes against my account for comedy content. So if only I was trying to recruit some minors for sex, maybe I'd have a healthy account.
Yeah, if only you were making a sketch with Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think about that sketch, by the way?
I think any sketch that fails or gets that much attention, it just wasn't funny to begin with. That's it.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't funny. But here's the
comedy
thing.
just when comedy fails, it fails hard. It's like
feels
Evil
hard.
Knievel.
But here's the thing, man.
Tell me about it. I don't know about it.
Dude, here's the thing. I'm all for everything. I've defended people who've gotten in trouble for jokes that have horrible subject matter. Sam Morrell, I'll just say it. I defended him hard when he had a controversy. Shane Gillis, I defended hard. Online outspoken. More than a lot of other people do who talk a big game in fucking private green rooms. I defended Rogan when he had his racist jokes. They were racist jokes. Let's just be honest.
I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, they're racist jokes.
Yeah.
But saying a racist joke doesn't make you a racist.
Doesn't mean you doesn't.
Saying a homophobic joke doesn't make you homophobic.
Yeah.
Being a clean comic doesn't mean you're not raping women at college campuses, right? Which was, what's his name?
The black dude, Vince something.
Vince Champ.
Yeah.
Being a clean comic doesn't mean that you're drugging women and having sex with their unconscious bodies, okay? It doesn't mean you're not an asshole. It doesn't mean you're not dirty in real life. So, saying things doesn't make you that thing.
True.
People say shit all the time. So I defend people saying stuff. And I don't think people can be defined by one thing they said. Okay? But stupid. What if you saved 100 million children, but then you said one racist joke? Are you a horrible person now because you said one racist joke? I'll be honest with you. Sometimes racist jokes are fucking funny. I've heard some funny ones. Okay? They're jokes. They're not statements, they're jokes. So I've defended people on that, right? But when I saw this video, I'm just being honest, it was because there was a kid in it. Because there was a real kid playing the role of that kid who was with a pedophile, I was like, that's the weird part. So I don't know. I know it wasn't a real scenario, the kid was acting, but there was something uncomfortable about it because it was a child.
Yeah, it was a little weird. Damn, y'all couldn't get CGI for them?
Yeah, or you just get an adult to play, I don't know, or maybe I'm mad at the mother for allowing the kid to be cast as that, but then she says she wasn't aware of what the full context of it was. I don't know.
But basically, Ari Spears and Tiffany Haddish tried to make a sketch about pedophiles, and there was real kids involved with the pedophilia sketch. So people felt that crossed the line. But if it's not funny, people are gonna have a major reaction to it.
So they included intense, lingering emotional and psychological distress from the skits in the initial suit. I don't know about that. The suit accused both comedians of sexually abusing, battering, and harassing a minor. Sexually abusing? Well, how? And harassing a minor along with the intentional infliction of emotional distress and gross negligence. It separately accused Haddish of neglectful supervision, failure to warn, breach of fiduciary duty, and constructive fraud. I don't know. The comedian who told TMZ she lost everything because the lawsuit says she feels relieved about its dismissal. So it was dismissed. So maybe there's evidence that it's all bullshit. I don't know. But I'll be honest. When I saw the sketch, I was just and I usually defend anything, but that is it's a kid and it's a real live kid. It's not but it's also not a real thing happening. So I don't know. I just felt a little uncomfortable. What are your thoughts on that?
I didn't think the kid had to be in the sketch. So but if it's not funny, it's not funny.
Jesse, what did you think about it?
I didn't see it. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
You didn't hear about it?
No.
All right, maybe we'll put it on at some point, and then we'll get back.
Talk
to
about
it
it on the Patreon. But,
Maybe we'll talk about it on the Patreon.
That's one of the scenarios where we have to have a 6-year-old sign an NDA.
Yeah, but
Looks it was 7-8 years ago when this whole thing.
It was a long time ago, and the kid was 7. The kid was 7, and he's the kid's naked. I mean, in a diaper or something. I was what the fuck, man? It was and it wasn't funny. Here's the thing: is it was not funny.
It was for Funny or Die.
And it was for Funny or Die, but no, Funny or Die took it down.
Oh, they took it down.
So Funny or Die back then deemed it inappropriate.
Oh, okay.
And they took it down back then.
Because you know who owned Funny or Die.
Yeah, Will Smith and Adam McKay.
Yeah.
So
Ferrell. If I remember the story correctly, they took it down. His name's Ferrell. Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
They took it down. They were like, oh, this is not appropriate, and they took it down then. And then I think it was just quiet for a while until this kid and this girl were like, let's get some money.
Yeah, they turned 22.
It's time for some money. But
But
I don't know if they were are they emotionally disturbed? Hey, I don't want to say.
It was aired and it was back because it was produced by Woody Allen.
But I don't know. I'd love to hear your opinion on it because at the end of the day, it wasn't real.
Yeah.
It's not like they really did anything. But it is a little weird to watch. But maybe that's fine. Maybe that's not a big deal. I don't know.
We all have fails, dog.
Yeah. But it's not as fun of a story as Idaho bringing back a firing squad, which is the funnest, lightest story of the day. So instead of a lethal injection, it would be just a bunch of dudes shooting at you.
Yeah.
Old school. Mm-hmm. This is old school, man. This is like bringing back records. So the legislation will enable the firing squad to be used as a secondary means of execution for death row inmates when lethal injection is not possible. Well, I don't know what that means. It's always possible, right?
Maybe they're low on drugs.
Maybe the perp doesn't believe in the vaccine.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't I mean, like, what's more? I think it should be the cheapest possible way.
Couple of bullets is real cheap.
A couple of bullets is cheap, but is it cheaper than fentanyl overdose?
Oh, yeah.
If you want to do it real humanely and you're against the death penalty, why don't you let these guys just take a lethal dose of fucking fetty,
That's too much fun.
and then you just go out fun. But then everyone's happy. They die, and also they have a good time. Problem solved. That's what I'm here to do. Death by fentanyl overdose.
That'd be my choice for sure.
That would be my choice. If you had the choice, what's the way you want to go out?
I would go firing squad
You go firing squad?
because there's a chance that the cops might have Parkinson's.
Yeah, I would look. I would go. Listen, I want to go out firing squad, and I want all the proceeds from this. I want this video released on my daughter's channel, and all the monetization proceeds to go to her college fund. So I want this snuff film to be, because they put those on YouTube all the time. You can watch a cop murder video. God forbid, Bert Kreischer and I say a curse word, then it's limited monetization.
Yeah,
But
the second I make a joke about Ukraine, I can't post for 90
yeah,
days.
you'll get demonetized. But a nice little fucking 911 murder video will be up there. So I want that video on my daughter's YouTube page to be fully monetized to pay for her college fund, so she can at least benefit off my snuff film. And I want to be dead by firing squad in slow motion, so it's dramatic with no blindfold on, so you can see my Lee Harvey Oswald-like reaction as the bullets enter my stomach. We'll see you next time. What's up, everybody? Want to give a shout out, as always, to BrooklynCannery.com. Your healthy sodas. They're prebiotic, no added sugars, low calorie, amazing. You want a ginger beer for 22 calories? Boom. Go to Brooklyn Cannery. Also good for your gut. They're prebiotic.
Yes, sir.
Also great and delicious. Just stop drinking major brand sodas that are bad for you and change to BrooklynCannery.com. You order straight from their website. A case comes to you like I do. Yannis Pappas, all one word, for 15% off your next order. My cousin orders these on the reg now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. What else we got? Nate Linder, your social media manager. Jared, what does he do? Does he build brand awareness?
He builds brand awareness. He helps you with your websites. He's ranked number one on the spot at the Google. This guy will help you build a brand if you want him to. So hit up Nate Linder. Go to natelinder.com. Nate is your guy. Yeah, I can't see. Scroll down.
He'll listen. If you're looking for a cock enlargement surgery, Nate will find a way to do it. He'll get it done.
If any time that marketing comes into your mind, just think Nate Linder, and he will ride you to the promised land.
You think Andrew Schultz has marketing down? Wait till you see what Nate Linder's got in store for you.
Yeah.
What else we got? Ooh, Chrissy Minetti.
Chris Minetti. This is the ad read that you have to do in a hush tone.
Okay, don't look at the screen.
Yeah.
Does anyone know the number by heart? Let me try it. 215. I know the area code's 215, and I know it's 3730 at the end. 750. Shit. So 215-750-3730. I almost got it memorized. Now I have it forever. 215-750-3730.
And you're going to need to remember that number because there's no website, there's no nothing. Just call up Chris, and he will cash your check for you.
Come to Chris's grandma's house, knock on the basement door, and say, "Is Chris home?"
Yeah.
And she'll go, "You see him? Of course, Chris, come here.
And
Your friend's here." Mm-hmm. And he'll come in and go, "How you doing?"
And the password is vodka sauce.
You go, where did you hear about me? You heard about me on fucking Yannis Pappas Hour? I'll take you down a while we do this official. 215-750-3730 to get your fucking check cashed. If you show proof of thalassemia minor, you get free check cashing.
There you go.
I don't buy that. I don't believe that that's true.
I don't even know what that is. It sounds like a music
what it
term.
is Chris Minetti trying to make a joke.
Okay. Aaron Lee for the free. If you want to know about poppin' music in the Hawaii area, go to forthefree.net, forthefree.art. They got these bunch of dope live shows starting up again, but they're tapping you into the music community in Hawaii. So if you want to hear covers made by people wearing flip-flops, forthefree.art.
Yeah. Have you ever checked it out?
No, I have not.
Have you checked it out? Yeah, I've checked it out. It's very cool. forthefree.art. It's all bands in Hawaii and local shows. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Aaron Leaf is I think the money just comes. I don't know if he watches the show anymore because his copy's from 3 years ago.
Manly Girly Studios based out of North Carolina. Guys, they have so many dope podcasts that you can listen to. including Juanon, a side of fries.
Which is your favorite, Juanon, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite right there. That's on repeat. That's on my saved.
Gringo in the Rough's a goodie.
Gringo in the Rough, Casa, they're thinking, man, bro, they just got a dope podcast little studio coming out of North Carolina. So, guys, if you like this podcast, listen to them. For our listeners, you can get 20% off the merch when you put in the promo code WEPA, and they're very supportive. They've been reposting everything that I posted. Thank you guys so much. I love you. So,
Listen, Manly Girly Studios, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to, what's his name again? His friends. He goes, and all their wacky friends. Whatever your name is, side of fries. Okay, Juanon. I'm talking to you guys. You want to get screwed in? Send us some fucking shirts. I'll wear it.
I'd wear them. Yeah.
Think I'm wild? I want a Manly Girly. I want a fucking Gringo in the Rough.
Send me something that
Shirt.
would match this shoe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get
Message us on Patreon. We'll give you Jesse's address.
Thanks a lot.
And we'll send us some shirts. 3XLs, right? No, you just need a small, right?
No, I need a large.
Yeah, send Jared a baby small. Jesse needs an XL. And I need a large because I'm a mini slinny.
But just to be safe, just send him a poncho, too.
Send me a poncho, but yeah, Daddy's lost a little bit of weight.
A little bit of weight, you getting cut up,
Do I look good?
Looking good.
Yeah. Even through your reading glasses?
Even through my reading glasses. I want Jared in a Juanon belly shirt.
I would love you to see you in just a Juanon shirt would be great. Send us the shirts. Message us on Patreon. Get these guys shirts. They give you 20% off. It's fun. Support their shows even though I know you're not listening to them. All right, what else is going on? We got exclusiveautoshipping.com. That's if you're moving your car or you buy a car out of state, go get your free quote, exclusiveautoshipping.com. What else we got? Okay, here's my favorite girl. Guys, is your horse having hoof problems? What are the chances anyone that listens to this podcast has a horse?
1%.
I think it's one girl,
One,
and I think it's her. But check this out, dude. If you're in the Nashville area, right? Imagine this. You find a podcast, and you're like, you happen to have a horse who has hoof issues. Can you imagine the serendipity that you experience when you hear this ad from our girl, what is it, Sarah? Oh, Sam. Sam. Just call this girl and give her business. Look, she's a piece. Pretty girls get what they want. Even if you don't have a horse, just pay this girl. Just send money and say, if I ever buy a horse, fucking here's money. I'll give you money preemptively just in case my horse's hoofs ever get fucked up. If I ever buy a horse and it needs if I need a new farrier, I don't even still know what that is. But if your farrier is fucked up, if you got a fucked up inadequate farrier, all right, and those costs are a lot, and you want to save a little money on your farrier costs, and you need a farrier with no fumes, and over 10 years, this girl's been fucking farriering for 10 years, all right? I've been to ferry for 20. Huh?
You seen her arms? She's
strong, right?
jacked,
Where'd you see a picture of her?
on a website.
Let's take a peek. Hold on, let me finish. Visit sporthorsefarrier.com or call Sam, which we did, and you will hear another episode, 864, and it's very funny, 864-200-9007. Call her up, and you'll get a better farrier. Let's look at her. Let's look at the website. Okay, professional farriery. How do you pronounce that?
Farriery.
All right, let's look at Sam.
Yeah, check out these guns.
Sam is like a woman from Yellowstone.
Yeah.
She's out there. So farriers just fixes their hooves?
The hoof, the
Yeah,
hoof.
I mean, it basically shines the hooves. Here's a picture of it if you can.
Oh, yeah. So she in the Nashville area, you got to check out Sam. Sam loved her phone call. You guys are going to love it too. Look at her doing her work, dog. Look at Sam. This is a girl who grew up on the land, dog. Mm-hmm. You got zero chance to vote to the left if you grew up like this girl. There's a zero chance you vote to the left. This girl's self-sufficient. She kill her own food. She make her own food.
Yeah.
She'll top you, Jared.
Yeah, you can't even say Obamacare.
She don't care how many, dude, you could be in there doing your fucking little girly lifts all you want. Me and you could be in there doing shoulders. She'll come and pick us both up like this because this girl fucking fixes horses' hooves.
Yeah.
Look at Sam, little
dude.
piece. Any more pics? Look how beautiful those horses' hoofs are coming out. This is why I love the small business shout out because we're getting cool small businesses. I love this stuff. Look at her. I don't know what she's doing, but the girl's jacked. She's a jack girl. All right, so there you go. DisplayPros.net. Promo code What's the Deal is for 10% off your first purchase. They'll make anything for you, right? You can expect excellent customer service as well. And they'll design anything, right? What do they do?
Display booths.
Display booths.
Yeah, shit like that.
So what does that mean at DisplayPros.net? They'll make the booth for you?
If you're at a car show, you can try to show off your 97 fucking Toyota Camry that you had your son in the back of and you want to sell it. Those are the guys. Those are the guys to go to for the display.
Got it. Or anything else.
Or anything else, yeah.
All right. DisplayPros.net. Use the code What's the Deal is. What's the Deal is for 10% off your purchase. And finally, you got to check out this book. Go read this guy's book at sarahzard.com. Jesse's going to read it. Please read a chapter. Let us know.
I'll read it.
And then give us a review.
Yeah.
The City Graphic Novel, at The City Graphic Novel on Instagram. It's free to read on sarahzard.com. It is a aging crime lord and his fall from grace. It's set in a dystopian megacity. It's a crazy story. It sounds like it could be fun. So if you're into this type of, like, what would you call this? What kind of fiction?
Crime noir, maybe?
Crime noir, action, shit.
Yeah.
Check it out. If you're a fucking one of these geeks who likes this shit, check it out.
Got
Right?
a little bit of everything.
Little bit of everything.
Dystopian, crime lord, you know.
Yeah.
Looks
Support
good.
this kid's novel. Jesse's going to read a chapter or two and tell us about it next week. So appreciate all you guys. Patreon.com/Yannis Pappas Hour for our bonus episodes. Please sign up and support the show.
It's been a